Hello everyone. During the process of calculation of impedance on a transmission line, we tried to find out the voltage and current waveforms on the transmission line, where the voltage on a transmission line, which is at a distance of L from the load, is derived as VO plus e power gamma L into 1 plus gamma L e power minus 2 gamma L. Similarly, the current at a distance of L from the load is expressed as VO plus by the characteristic impedance of the transmission line into e power gamma L into 1 minus gamma L e power minus 2 gamma L. These two equations represents voltage and current waveforms on a transmission line, where the gamma L, in this case that means voltage reflection coefficient, is a complex value. Since it is a complex value, I can write gamma L as magnitude of gamma L into e power phase of gamma L, where phi L is the phase of voltage reflection coefficient at load end. If you rewrite these expressions by substituting gamma L value as mod gamma L e power phi L, V of L equal to VO plus e power gamma L into 1 plus mod gamma L e power phi L minus 2 gamma L. This is the expression for voltage, and for current I of L equal to VO plus by ZO e power gamma L into 1 minus mod gamma L e power phi L minus 2 gamma L. For a lossless transmission line, the value of gamma equal to j beta, since alpha equal to 0. If you substitute the value of gamma equal to j beta in the above expression, then the voltage V of L equal to VO plus e power j beta L into 1 plus mod gamma L e power phi L minus 2 j beta L. Similarly, the current at a distance of L from the load equal to VO plus by ZO e power j beta L 1 minus mod gamma L e power phi L minus 2 j beta L. We already defined beta L is electrical length. Therefore, if you observe these two equations, more or less the common factors VO plus e power j beta L is common in both voltage and current equation. E power phi L minus 2 j beta L is also common in both the expressions. The only thing which is the main concern for us is 1 plus mod gamma L and 1 minus mod gamma L. Since e power phi L minus 2 j beta L is common in between these two equations, it is clearly states that as the voltage increases, the current decreases. That means voltage and current are 180 degrees out of phase. The second observation is the phase of this complete voltage and current. Let us say phi L value is 0, which implies the phase which is available is 2 j times beta L. And if you observe, if you take j as common and 2 times beta L. If I write the expression in this way, then the phase changes 2 times faster than the electrical length. This is how I can express this equation. The phase of the voltage or current changes 2 times the electrical length. If I try to draw a graph for V of L and I of L by varying the electrical length of the transmission line, let us see how that graph looks like. On the x axis, I am going to take the electrical length, that is beta L, and on y axis I am considering the value of either voltage or current. The two equations is saying that the voltage and current are changing with respect to length. Let us say this is the voltage maximum point on the transmission line and this is the voltage minimum point on the transmission, that means the minimum voltage which is available on the transmission line. Let us say this point is the current maximum which is available on the transmission line and this point is the current minimum which is available on the transmission line. Let me represent all these quantities by using a dotted line. Since we know that the value of beta is 2 pi by lambda, let us substitute the values of L as, that means the value of length of transmission line as lambda by 4, lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 4 and lambda, and we can even proceed with these values. Let us say the corresponding values here are, this is lambda by 4, this is lambda by 2, this is 3 lambda by 4 and this is lambda. Once you substitute these 4 values in beta, then the first value 2 pi by lambda into lambda by 4 will gives you corresponding value as pi by 2. Similarly, if you substitute lambda by 2, then its value is pi. Similarly, if you substitute 3 lambda by 4, corresponding value is 3 pi by 2. If you substitute the value of lambda in L, then beta L is equal to 2 pi. So, from this graph you can say that as the length of the transmission line from the load varying from 0 to 1 wavelength, the total phase shift is 2 pi radians. Let us say this y axis I am going to consider is at L equal to 0, that means the length of the transmission line is 0, or you can call it as load point. Let me draw the corresponding lambda by 4 values as dotted line. Similarly, lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 4 and lambda. So, let us assume there exists a voltage maximum at the load. So, that means at load the voltage is having its maximum value. If the voltage is having its maximum value, as you move towards the generator, this voltage will goes to maximum to minimum. Once you reach a distance of lambda by 4, that is pi by 2, the voltage will goes from maximum to minimum, and if you move further from lambda by 4 to lambda by 2, again the voltage increases like this, and from lambda by 2 to 3 lambda by 4, again the voltage decreases, and from 3 lambda by 4 to lambda the voltage increases. since if the voltage is increasing fashion, the current will be in decreasing fashion. If you travel from distance L equal to 0 to lambda by 4, the corresponding current points will be I minimum to I maximum. Again from lambda by 4 to lambda by 2, the current will be in a decreasing fashion. From lambda by 2 to 3 lambda by 4, the current will be in a increasing fashion. From 3 lambda by 4 to lambda, the current again will be in a decreasing fashion. Using this graph, we can clearly say that as the voltage increases, current decreases. Wherever there is an voltage maximum, there exists a current minimum. Wherever there is an voltage minimum, there exists a current maximum on a transmission line. One more observation that you can see in this graph is, if you move at a distance of lambda by 2 on a transmission line, the wave, which is already a complete wave, which implies that the phase of the phase on a transmission line is double to the value of wavelength. By using these expressions and observations, in the next lecture we shall see how a transmission line is used as circuit element at ultra high frequencies. Thank you.